receipt import, and I'm going to show you some really cool stuff in a second. But if you wanted to enter it manually because it wasn't a receipt or it wasn't an e-bill, you go to the button here and hit new. What was the item, the purchase date, the cost, what was the category? All your categories are in here, and yes, you can customize them, add them yourself. So I'm going to say this was an advertising. Who is the vendor? Everybody that you buy from will be in here, so you can pick them. And then if you have a receipt, it'll automatically import itself. Again, I'm going to say this from really clearly. From your camera phone, snap a photo of a receipt. It is automatically entered in the system. That's it. It's done. Also, it knows how you paid for it. Was it cash, check, or credit card? If you've got a couple credit cards floating around in your school, maybe your business manager uses one credit card, you use another. It will also tell you which credit cards were used, and then you can audit to see, hey, how am I paying for things? If I have one card that's got better rewards than another, why don't I use that one more? Etc., etc. The kinds of decisions you can make with the software are endless, and each one of them will save you time and money. Okay, so that's how that would work. Now, let's take a look at some of the expenses that have been imported. Now, take a look at this. Meals and entertainment, $143 was the cost. The vendor was Hanjin Sushi. What I need you to understand is that all this was entered automatically when I finished taking out some clients for sushi. Here's what the receipt looks like. Tell me if you think this is a clear-looking receipt. Look at that. It's garbage. It's crumpled up. The total is handwritten. Look at that. The system was able to read that and put all the totals in there for me. And Datisa, it looks like I cut out. Can you tell me where I cut out at? Sorry. Testing 1, 2, just checking that you can hear me. Okay, so I'm just going to take a step back. Again, we're looking at the receipts here. We want to see what it actually looked like. I click on the image of the receipt. Here's the original copy. When I click on it, you can see that this receipt was essentially garbage. It's completely crumpled up. It looks like I might as well have put my jeans in the wash before I took this picture. But it was able to read Hanjin Sushi, $143. It read all that for me. Unbelievable. I do not need to store receipts anymore. I snap a photo anytime I fill my vehicle up with gas and I throw that receipt out. Never again do I need to worry about those things. Let's talk about tax now. Here's the tax. It's real simple. Now, this is for a Canadian database, so we've got our GST here. It's telling me how much I owe. I owe $45 because I've made sales that include GST, which is identical to your state tax if you're in the States. You put in your state tax percentage. The system always knows when you're selling in a piece of equipment that's taxable to calculate the tax that you will owe to the government. As far as income, it tells you how much will be owed. And the beautiful thing is anytime you make a payment, so let's say right now GST I owe $45, okay, I'm just going to pay $25 to the government right now. I hit pay, and in 2 seconds it's taken care of. Oops, I actually hit $2,500. So it looks like the government owes me some money now, but you guys get the idea. All right, last but least, again, the reporting. All of it is right here to look at. You can see your income range to date this year. You can see your sales tax, what you owe, what you've paid. You can take a look at your expense by category. As you can see, I like to take people out versus spend money on my office expenses. I probably should change that. And again, who is spending the most money with me and where am I making my money from, products or services? All of these reports, here's the beautiful thing. You double click on them and it takes you to the actual records and you can see each and every transaction. If you really want to drill down and really want to be a detailed-oriented person, all you do is click on that particular item and you go right to the record. It is so easy, okay? And the last thing I want you to know is every single time you log into the system, I'm going to go to the home screen for a second, your profit meter is sitting right there for you. So you know what is the health of your business every single time you log into Perfect Books. So that's a quick overview of the system. If you have any questions at this point, please do type them into the chat box. Other than that, I hope I've clearly communicated to you how this amazing software called Perfect Books can save you enough time or enough money to warrant stating that you will save $300 per month on your bookkeeping. You will make less errors, and you will certainly spend a heck of a lot less time thinking about it. Okay, if there's no questions, I'll go into the cost. If you are a ChampionsWay client, the cost of the Perfect Books app is free. It's included with your software. You only need to pay $10 a month to have the scanning software that works with your phone or to email it over to those accounts. $10 a month. If you want prepaid envelopes to be mailed to you every month, so all you do is grab your receipts and emails and stuff them in that envelope, put it back in the mail, the postage is paid for you, $20 a month. That's the cost. If you're not with ChampionsWay, no problem. The cost of Perfect Books, which comes with that store app, is a whopping $49 a month. That's it. $49 a month, or a little under $600 a year, and all your bookkeeping is done for you in an automated fashion with better reporting, better access, and the ability to make very intelligent decisions about the way that your business is operating from a financial standpoint. So that concludes the webinar. Again, we're opening up the room for any questions and answers. Other than that, I'd like to thank you very much for joining us today. And if you have any questions or would like to make a purchase of the system, you can give us a call at 877-774-5425. That's a great question, Brad, and I appreciate it. Each week, people are slowly moving from Mass to Perfect Mind. The data transition is actually quite easy. We have a sync that we can run so that we put all your data from Mass into Perfect Mind. However, as you know, learning a new software does involve a learning curve, and if you have a team that you need to teach it to, we recommend you do it during a time where you have a little bit less action happening in the school, and you should be just fine. As far as are most people converting, I don't have a percentage, so I'll find out what your email address is and I'll get that over to you, my friend. But essentially, we are having, a decent amount of people moving over each and every week from Mass to Perfect Mind due to these types of functions that are now available in the new software. Thank you for your question. Brittany, great questions. With the change from Mass to Perfect Mind, what we will do is we will retrain your entire staff. We will do all the data conversion for you, and we will ensure that the system is up and running. If you have any questions along, we will hold your hand through the entire process. Increase to your costs, zero. All we ask is that you renew your agreement with us. Essentially, it's like we're starting a new relationship. So we end the relationship with Mass Software. We start a new relationship with Perfect Mind. There is no increase to the cost that you pay ChampionsWay. It's our thanks to you for your support over the years. So last call for any questions. Again, the phone number is there in the note box. If you're currently a ChampionsWay client, you can certainly speak with either the sales department or your account manager. And if you're not working with ChampionsWay yet, please just give us a call. Well, fantastic. Thanks again for your time today, ladies and gentlemen. We look forward to working with you in the future, and we hope you have a great day.